Welcome to day 4, the first superset. We're going to be doing this 3 times through. The first thing we're going to be doing is a new movement, which is a bent over fly. We'll be doing this for 20 seconds. The second one is a seated dumbbell fly. We'll be doing from low to high for 20 seconds. The first movement of bent over fly, I want to make sure that I have enough room off of the bench to where the dumbbells can go under my knees. And all I'm going to be doing, taking a very light, manageable weight and trying to find full range of motion with my arms, really working the middle of the back. A lot of back pain actually comes, even if it's in the lower back, it stems from the middle of the back being too tense to where this is wearing most of the movement. Reaching out, good job. Our next movement, I want you to scoot all the way back into a chair. If you're at a gym, you could be using a cable stack with a bench. We're gonna go ahead and have our palms open up flat, and you're going to be working the chest where you're going from low to high, bringing the dumbbells together in front of your face. Good. Keep those palms open the whole time, all the way through. Good job. Open, all the way through. You're making a Y, bringing it together right into the middle. Good job. Our next movement is a new one. We're going to be doing this 4 times through. It's a sumo deadlift or a frog deadlift, however you want to think about it. My feet are nice and wide. I'm working my hip flexibility, but also really targeting my glutes. So what I'm going to do is find a nice wide stance. We're going to be doing this for 20 seconds, 4 times through, with pogos right in between. So as the chest stays tall, we're squatting down. You see how her knees go out. She's pushing through her heels and driving all the way back into the middle of her body. Good, squeezing the quads at the top, pushing the ground away from you, glutes at the bottom, quads at the top. Really take your time and rest. Our next superset, or our next movement in the superset, is a sideways pogo. Now in a pogo, I don't want to bend my knees very much. It's little mini pops to really work on the ankle and foot stiffness and strength. So we're going to be going side to side. 20 seconds, pop, 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 pop. Try to make it as fast and as minimal as you can to really only work on the foot and the calf itself. Rest. Our next movement, we have a banded curl we're going to be doing for 25 seconds, a seated 2-hand skull crusher, and then we have a crawl iso for 45 seconds. Now again, the dumbbell is 25 seconds, the curl is 25 seconds. We're going to do this 3 times through. The banded curl, what we're going to be doing is stand on the band. We're going to be going for 25 seconds. Make sure those palms are open and make sure you're actually flexing the tricep at the bottom of the movement. Go ahead and go. All the way up, all the way down, making sure we're flexing that tricep at the bottom of the movement. Good. Our next movement is a seated skull crusher. You're going to take a dumbbell. You could also go on a band. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to reach it overhead. You're going to keep your elbows tight. You're going to stretch nice down and back. Stretch and push the dumbbell straight up into the air. Good. All the way down, really stretch out, all the way up with those triceps. Keep those elbows in place. Really stretches out the middle of your back as well. Good. Now you could be using any kind of weight. You could be holding a med ball, a plate, a heavy book, a heavy pot with a bunch of water in it to where you can put the top on it. Anything that adds weight, you can use this if you don't have access to a gym. A new isometric we're adding to this in the last part of the superset, we're gonna hold this for 45 seconds as a crawl position. So you're gonna get into your quad stance, you're gonna pull your knees to your chest, drop your butt down, and you're literally gonna hold that. How long can you hold? You're pushing down with your toes and pushing down with your hands. 45 seconds. If you only make it 10, that's fine. Let's try to get a couple more seconds each and every one of these rounds. Our last movement in our ISO, you have 20 reps 3 times through single leg hip extensions. So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to drive down with one foot, and we're going to reach the other foot out as far as we can, as many times as we can. If you can go more than 20, I would like you to go more than 20. If you don't have time, stop at 10 or 20 and move on. Make sure that foot is driven through the ground. Make sure we're trying to find height with that hip flexor, and then we're pulling in as hard as we're pushing out. Rest.